All right, Coach, I'll just barely drop that game against number 7 Texas Women's. Really an overall good offensive performance. Just talk about this team's performance and their ability to be right there with the top 10 team.
Yeah, I was really proud of our effort on Thursday night. I did feel like we were getting the ball to the right people, and that was what we did well this whole weekend. And I'm super proud of that. We need to keep building on that and just moving the ball like we need to. And we just, we had some unlucky bounces, I think, in the Texas women's game, and fouls. We got to be smarter with our fouls. But other than that, I was really proud of them.
And then y'all turned around and beat UT Tyler, ending their 27-game home winning streak. Just speak on that, and how does that help this team moving forward? Does it kind of give them a little
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we were trying to motivate them with. We're always trying to look for that kind of stuff, especially this time of the year. Everybody, I think, is tired this time, but the strongest and smartest teams win. And we try to preach that, and I did feel like our girls wanted that game. They wanted it really bad, and they showed that. I do think that the pieces of the puzzle are coming together now, and we're playing more team ball. I don't think that we have one selfish body on this team. I do think that we think too much at times, and so we're forcing things that aren't necessarily there throughout the game. But it comes down to rebounding and defense, and you saw that on Saturday. We were much better. We were talking. The communication part is something that we have needed to get better at all season, and I felt like we did a better job.
And then this week, kind of a weird week. Y'all have 2 games against the same opponent, one on the road, one at home. UTPB, they've been playing some good ball. They beat WT, but dropped UT Tyler. What does this team need to keep an eye out with that UTPB team to really come out on top?
UTPB is they're going to be a challenge because they're so versatile. They've got players that can play multiple positions in every spot. They also have some of the best guards, I think, in the conference. They are lights out shooters. They execute well, and they're going to get the ball out and down the floor fast. So that's what's going to separate them in every game they play. Is we are known to do that, but they do it as well. And on a missed basket, that ball is going to get down the court. And so we're going to have to make sure that our transition defense is there and we're on our skates to guard them. They do have the guards that can shoot from downtown, so we're going to have to get over the top of screens and make sure that we don't give them that with their quick releases. And so, yeah, they have an inside-out presence, and they're good at it. They're good at both. They do run a 1-3-1 zone that we're going to have to make sure that we can score against and find creative ways to find high percentage shots. But I do think that if we keep moving the ball like we did in the past 2 games, it's going to open things up and give our players confidence to go score, and then not only that, go rebound, because I have been proud of our rebounding effort lately.
Coach, earlier on in the year, we talked about how effort and consistency was kind of an issue. You had to find a way to keep these ladies motivated. Over the past 5 or 6 weeks, it really seems like that problem has kind of solved itself. Seems like the ladies have really stepped up. Just speak on to how the ladies have been team chemistry wise and effort level.
Yeah, we're not ever going to be able to win a game with 1 player or 2 or 3. This conference is way too hard for that, and I think it's important that each player knows what their role is and what they're good at and what they need to improve on, and that's what we need to be consistently telling them on our end. Is we've got to remind them about who they are, and then they've got to go out there and they've got to own it. And so I felt like the past month or so, I do think that we are getting more into those roles and moving the ball. One thing that we have mentioned is we've got good players on this team, and there could be a different player hot on any given night, and we've got to do a better job of being smart about getting them the ball. Like not just once, but it's got to go every time. And I do think that we did that in the past few games. Our post players have had huge games in the past, and then we have the guards that'll step up and have a game too. So we just got to be smart in not only how we move the ball, but who we move it to.
And talking to a bunch of basketball coaches over the years, they say like when and it's pretty obvious, but like towards the end of the season when you're entering postseason play, like coaches always tell me we want to be playing our best basketball, and it really seems like y'all are pretty close to that right now. What are your overall thoughts and your opinion on what kind of basketball y'all are playing?
Yeah, I've said this whole season. We have the players and the talent to go on a deep run this year. They have proven to be able to beat anybody in the nation. And I just think like if the pieces fit together and if they all come together at once, we're a hard team to beat. I think it begins on the defensive end and doing all the things that we can control. And I know that I sound like a broken record with that, but you'll notice the difference when we're talking and we're bouncing on the defensive end. I don't even have to worry about the offense because I know that that's going to come. And so that's what I think we mainly have to focus on. The girls are excited. We've kind of had an up and down year, and so you kind of worry as a coach, like, well, where are their minds at, or is our confidence up here, and blah blah blah. But their attitude and practice and their work ethic has shown nothing but I'm ready to go fight, and that's what I think gives me more confidence going into these last games than anything. Is the girls are ready to go, and they're going to work hard. That's never been an issue for us. We just got to make sure that we're working smart.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Coach.
yeah.